point of view.
Now, one of the weirdest things about Tommy is actually married to a comedian, and she's fucking really funny. And I saw her for the first time. Was it like last Thursday? What's your wife's name again?
Christina Pajitsky. Yeah.
She doesn't keep Tommy Segura's name. Mm-mm. Notice that?
Yeah.
Who's wearing the pants in that house? Huh?
Not me, man.
She should keep your name, man. Her last name is ridiculous.
Her last name is completely absurd.
Why is she trying to keep that stupid name?
Well, she's been doing stand-up for, 8 years or something.
Well, you don't want to lose that fucking giant following she's got out there. So maybe that's her fucking problem. She's so funny. Maybe that's what's been holding her back. Is that name?
I know. I had to really fucking hold her down, to get even do the driver's license changed and all that stuff. Really? Because she was just like, it takes a lot of work.
Wow. You gotta go to it was important to you, huh?
Yeah, I was like, fucking change my name. And
I want to own you, bitch.
And no hyphen either. I don't, none of that hyphen shit.
Gay.
That's just lame.
That's weak. I know a dude who was a comic in New York, and he did the hyphen thing, and he took her name last.
That's fucking unforgivable.
And he was a comic.
That's unforgivable.
And not just a comic, but an established comic. I mean, this is a guy who had a good following.
Really?
Yes, he had a good following. He had done a bunch of TV shows. He had, done the evening of the improv sort of circuit. He could headline. He would headline in clubs around town. So he had a real reputation of following. And this fucking guy took his wife's name last. It was ridiculous.
That's the death of him, right?
Well, eventually she wound up breaking up with him, and that was the death of him. Well, it was even weirder still because this guy used to get on stage and proclaim himself to be a feminist.
That's great.
Which is ridiculous for women, okay? Just like it's just as ridiculous to be all into being an American. And look, America for sure is the best country, but guess what, douchebag? You were born here, You didn't do anything to make this country awesome.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do to make this the best? Were you a part of the Declaration of Independence? Did you come on, man. You're proud of being born on a certain patch of dirt. That's silly.
It makes no sense. You have
respecting the ideals and respecting what it is to you and being proud to be a part of what's supposed to be the civilization that's at the cusp of humanity, and that's what we're supposed to be. We're the people that move from everywhere else. What America's supposed to be is we're the people who came from everywhere else and came to this one spot. So the ideal of it should be you should have some pride in the ideal, but to think that somehow or another you're better because you're from this dirt and you got a problem with some other dudes from that dirt, what the fuck?
You have no credit or blame for where you're born ever. It's absurd to think that it's why you can go, you know what, people that are born in the Congo, you're like, that fucking sucks, man. That guy did nothing to deserve being born in a horrible place.
Yeah.
But also you didn't do anything amazing to be born in fucking
yeah, it's like
New
you
York
didn't do anything
something.
Great to have a vagina. No. You didn't ask to be a woman.
It's
I didn't
all by
ask
chance,
to be a guy.
man.
And to be a feminist, to only be into feminine values and pushing forth. I understand that you think that you're fighting against something. I totally understand that. But we should all be against oppression for everyone, not just oppression for women. To concentrate on that just as a group, every feminist I have ever met to a woman, and I've only met 2, have been really fucking annoying.
How about,
I probably met more than 2.
Were they attractive?
No, they were horrendous.
Yeah,
one of them I had an argument with at the Comedy Store. Some crazy lady who started insulting me. I tried to be super nice to her, and there's a video of it online. She's a performance artist / feminist, and she fucking turned on me. I tried to just talk to her. She was asking me questions, and she actually interrupted a conversation that I was having with somebody else. And she started talking to me, and then somewhere along the line, she kept telling me to look in her eyes when I was talking to her, and I got annoyed, and I just started attacking her, which is what I tend to do when people are douchey.
They're never. I think that whole I'm totally for like I said, nobody being discriminated against.
Right, absolutely.
But the people who really subscribe to when it's a woman that really subscribes to I gotta be a champion of women, I find for the most of the time it's women that were not ever pursued. That guys didn't really want them, and they go off. It's never a really attractive woman that has men climbing all over, fighting all over themselves to get to her.
And if she is, she's fucking crazy.
She's out of her mind.
Yeah, she's out of her mind. Yeah. It's I always feel about the same way I always feel about guys like Al Sharpton or guys like Jesse Jackson that are only involved in black and white issues, only involved in black people issues. I'm fucking really? Really, man?
And they're only involved, their only motivation...
They're involved for profit.
and their only motivation is they love being on camera.
Right.
Like,
Well, and being on camera is the reason why they wear fucking expensive suits and drive in beautiful cars. They have become the voice of discrimination. That's fucking ridiculous. To have one person or two people, and one of them, how about Al Sharpton? His whole career started out over a false rape accusation by some crazy chick that he got behind. They blamed it on white people. This Tawana Brawley case. If you don't know about this, she smeared shit on her own body and claimed that she got raped.
Really?
You didn't know the story?
Uh-uh.
You gotta look it up. Google Tawana Brawley, Al Sharpton. It's a hilarious story. It's like she falsely accused people of rape, and he, made his career at